There are people who at the age of 79 started their business. They just couldn't let go of their dream. It's not possible. How do we start the attraction? How do we start that magnet within us? What is the power of your attraction? And what is the language of your attraction? And how does the principle of abundance actually occur? How have we placed love in our life? How can we increase this capacity to love, that we are a complete being of love, and realize that meditation is our shortcut to getting all of our dreams true? So, welcome everyone to Money Meditation School, Money Magnet Meditation Challenge. What we did so far was to create a base, a foundation for the work we are going to do. A base is very important because it gives you a standing. At the same time, it gives you support to carry new information and new levels of consciousness. So you have a base to have relevant and have some kind of reference for it. This week, we are going to go into understanding very deeply about money abundance and how does the principle of abundance actually occur. We will start by acknowledging the laws of attraction. Magnet is all about attraction. So what makes a magnet different than all other types of elements, and why does the magnet have such a phenomenal attractive power and others don't? So we'll look into that and how can that inspire growth in our life. So first, the word attraction itself has a lot of power. Our mind is built up like a library. The moment we hear a word, images start popping up, references start coming up, and we immediately are able to draw a picture. That is a huge phenomena, a huge power that we have, and we can leverage this power very easily to achieve our dreams, refine our dreams, and make our life feel more substantial. This device, our mind, has an auto response within it. Even if you wish, you could not stop your mind from popping you ideas. That's the kind of high intense and highly reactive system we have within us. So rather than thinking or assuming that we can ever reach a point of thoughtlessness, of complete zero idea state, which is a level possible, but which is a level which needs to come only after you've crossed many other levels. This is one myth I want to directly address today that has for some reason got widespread over the past few centuries, is that spirituality and meditation is something you pursue probably at the end of your life when you have more free time in some sense, when you have less things to do, or any of that things you might have come across. And I want to address this. It is absolutely not like that. We are born spiritual. It's nothing to become spiritual. It's not a religion, we take it up. It's not a shirt we buy. It's not an education we sign up for. It's nothing that we can do by our choice or preference. We are like that. We are born spiritual. And the very basic clue for that is when you're born, you automatically start to understand who your mother is. You automatically start to understand feelings of love and joy without anyone having to train you. As you start growing up, you do feel telepathy with your loved ones. You've had instances of intuitions. You feel premonition whenever you are in that intense situation in your life. You have all these phenomena. You do see dreams. You relate with people, their pain, even without knowing them. These are all signs of how we are a spirit, how our spirit is able to actually live and feel even without an outside of our body. So have this very clear idea. We are born spiritual. This planet is spiritual. Even the plants have a spirit in them. And I want to inform you, which most of the people do not know about, is one of our Indian scientists a century back. He proved it in Europe, in one of the white papers in Europe, that metals, yes, hear me clearly, even metals have spirit. Yeah. And just to illustrate that, he took a metal wire, put it in acid, and he recorded the beats, and the frequency of the beats in that metal changed when acid was introduced to it. What I'm introducing to you is to open your mind to allow new ideas, new principles, and new science to enter you effortlessly so that your progress and where you want to reach not only gets fast, but again becomes effortless. We are limited only by our imagination. So, the second myth I want to address here is that meditation is something you do when you have extra time or free time or at the end of your life or something like that. And the biggest thing, the biggest myth, or I won't say a myth, but a biggest categorization, or you can say like a easy reference that they give for meditation is thoughtlessness. Somehow meditation is only and only attached to thoughtlessness. That is not the case. It's one kind of meditation. It's one kind of objective to achieve thoughtlessness. And yes, it is possible to achieve thoughtlessness, but it is not really thoughtlessness. It is completely something else, which is not the scope of this workshop. But hold this very clearly and dearly in your mind. Meditation is a natural phenomena which is part of our daily life. In fact, the children who start doing meditation from the age of 7 was part of our Gurukul system. The children who start to do meditation from the age of 7, they start developing phenomenal capacities within themselves, especially with long-term memory, intuition, self-confidence, and self-projection. So let's get all these limitations and limiting beliefs out of our way and realize that meditation is our shortcut to getting all of our dreams true. So now going beyond that and addressing this another phenomena, this beautiful phenomena that attracts our mind, and that is attraction. We love the idea of attraction, right? The whole concept. And as soon as I told you, as soon as I say attraction, there'll be images popping up in your head. You can imagine you're showing your hands and things coming to you, attracting to you. It's possible. Why not? It is possible. And it does happen like that, but not so physically and not so obvious to our eyes to have that film effect. But yes, it does happen like that. What is that? So let's understand this by another example. Imagine there were 1,000 people in a crowd, 1,000 people, and you are in love with someone or you're about to fall in love with someone. You all must have experienced this. Somehow these two people, even within this big massive crowd, ultimately do find each other. They have a sense within them. They can feel it. Go left, go right. They are guided in some way. What is this phenomena? If you lose something within your house, and if you really identify with it, clearly think about it, you start getting a sense of where is it. What is this phenomena? This phenomena is of attachment. Attraction is equal to attachment. It is not that only when after attraction, when it comes together, there is an attachment. That's a very obvious and physical attachment. But to start the attraction in the first place, there is attachment. There is a relation. Without relation, there could be no attraction. Simple. And a very obvious fact of that is you have a magnet, you put a metal needle and a plastic needle. We are very sure which needle is going to get attracted to the magnet. There's no confusion in that because we see it. We've learned it. We are with it. The magnet never confuses the plastic needle to be something to attract. The plastic needle will never confuse itself to connect to magnet by mistake. It doesn't happen. These things don't happen. But somehow we start to believe that the things that come in our life are something that we have not invited and we don't want, and we can discard it easily by words, but it doesn't happen like that. We have to start taking ownership. Each and everything that exists is by our own attraction, and that will help you realizing what is the power of your attraction and what is the language of your attraction. The first step starts with attachment. You have to attach yourself to the idea of attraction. You have to attach yourself to the idea of having and possessing something in your life. You will have a great difficult time if you just focus on an end goal without realizing what does it really mean for you, and then you are pursuing a manifestation which does not manifest. So another thing I want to clearly state here, which I have experienced several times in my life, each dream you see is there to manifest itself. Your mind is not looking for time pass. Your mind is a very serious focused device. Every message it is sending you, every action it is doing, every stimuli it is sending you is with a very precise intention. You can choose not to act on it. But if you have gone through any calamity, accident, or any kind of life-changing, life-altering situation, if you look closely, you would have had a sense of it few days back or few moments before. It's possible. There is a huge potential in the human mind to attract everything it desires, because nature, environment does not have the capacity to judge your dreams. It does not know this good and bad concept. It does not know sin and blessing or good deeds. It does not know this concept. It does not know the concept of validation, not validation, justified, not justified. None of this. Nature does not understand that. What it understands is only and only your feelings. It understands your vibrations. If you start vibrating with hatred, even Hitler was a champion. It does not understand your end goal. It understands your vibration. It understands your passion. So one of the reasons why it is said to have good intentions is because on the long run, you have to live with your actions. So it is good to always have intentions and dreams which ultimately contribute to yourself, to society, and that is a more satisfying project to pursue. That is the reason. But sticking to the context of what we are discussing today, how do we start the attraction? How do we start that magnet within us? The simple way to do that is start ownership of your dreams. Start possessing your dreams. Start attaching to it with the feeling that if I have dreamt it, it means value to me and it really is mine to go there and achieve. Take responsibility of it. Take real good care of detailing it. Don't dismiss it like a passing thought. That is the worst thing to do because it is not going to go anywhere. That's another beauty of dreams. It will not go anywhere. It will be with you till it manifests. You can take 1 year, 10 years, 50 years. There are people who at the age of 79 started their business. They just couldn't let go of their dream. It's not possible. So let's start by really identifying what makes us tick, what makes things really move in our life. And the one real fundamental that works in attraction is love. Love is the only power in the world. There is nothing else. Even hatred is a form of love. You don't hate someone on a remote island. You don't care. You will only hate or not like. I'm sorry, I don't use hate words too much, but you would only use or have this strong feeling when there used to be love earlier. Love is the only relation, frequency your mind, body understands. Love is only what your dream understands. In fact, the fact that you have love is what has got now projected into a dream. Start identifying with what you love. Start expressing your love. Start understanding you are a being of love. You cannot stop yourself from loving things. You're walking, you see a flower and you instantly fall in love. You see something beautiful, you fall in love. There is no way of stopping love flowing from you. And love is the attraction. When you start loving things, when you offer love, that starts the attraction. What our physical entity possesses is only limited by how much love we are putting in it. So the first step is to identify love in itself. First thing is to accept that we are a complete being of love will be the first step of starting this attraction, of starting this manifestation, and accepting that the dreams are there to come true. So today, we are going to straight go to identify and connect with love in our life. This is the best session. One of my favorite things to do is to understand where love exists within us. How have we placed love in our life? How can we increase this capacity to love? And how can we use this in context to the projects we want to realize? So with this, let's start our meditation. Let's fall in love with love and clearly know how our dreams are coming true. So please find a quiet place as we begin our meditation. Find a quiet place and we begin.